It is French night at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Welcome to the race-by-race preview. Paul Ellie is here to provide us some selections along the way. 6:40 the first, we race on the A course. The opening race is a Class 5 and it's over the 1,000 metres, and it looks this way with Diamond Soars on the class drop. Technical Commanders an 7-day backup. Modest Gentleman was a course and distance winner off a rating of 32. Multimore has the blinkers going back on. Craig's Master has his first start for David Hall, who has removed the hood, the visor, the tongue tie, added a crossover noseband and blinkers again. Happily Friends is minus the visor, and Dashing Glory's had 2 trials since we last saw him. He's shown plenty of pace in those trials too. Paul has Dashing Glory, but horses like Multimore likes to go forward, as does Diamond Soars.
Yeah, they do as well. And look, I thought he'd get outside the leader eventually. Diamond Soars, he has got that speed. August Moon likes to go forward. King Invincible should be able to go forward. Craig's Master, all those gear changes. As you say, Dashing Glory's gone forward in his trials, but back in his races.
We get to the replays now, and the first one, Paul, is winning form around Modest Gentleman. We do have to go back to the 10th of January for this. He's had 4 starts since, but this was the last time we saw Multimore in this race. August Moon, he ends up running 3rd. His last 4 starts all say tough trip.
Yeah, they do. Now, Multimore's dropped 38 pounds coming into this, and he's got blinkers on for the first time. So there's a little bit of a change with him. We'll see how he goes. From barrier 1, I think he'll ping out and try and lead. Modest Gentleman, now this is his last win, but he did run second behind Super Axiom and chased him home. It wasn't a bad run from him last time.
Funny you should say that, because here is that second last start behind Super Axiom, who was just so well rated leading into this race. He was on the class drop, he loves 1,000 metres, and Modest Gentleman has made up many lengths but was never going to beat him.
No, he didn't, but he did finish off nicely enough. I don't think anything was going to beat Super Axiom this day. King Invincible, now he's Aurora, so he has been declared Aurora before. That's his issue. He's got barrier number 3, so he will get his opportunity once again, but he doesn't look strong in the finish, this horse, and there's another example of that. But a really nice run here, I thought, from Modest Gentleman, so he goes in. Jerry
Chow takes a couple of pounds off. He hasn't been with Dennis Yip for too long at Modest Gentleman, but was with Dennis in that last start second. We're going back 2 runs ago for Tactical Command, because they tried him forward last week and it didn't work. But he's also coming back in trip.
I don't know if that's ideal, back to 1,000 metres for him. It's first time ever he's raced over it, and he's got barrier number 6. So yeah, what do? They'll probably go back with him from barrier 6 over the 1,000 metres. I can see him running on strongly like this, but I just wonder about the distance.
All right, that is him in the pink and blue colours getting through late there, Tactical Command. What about the class dropper Diamond Soars? Good record here.
He has, hasn't he? He's won 4 times, this horse, which is a lot more than some of these other horses have done. He's won 3 times in the grade, and his last one was off a 43 rating with Hugh Bowman aboard back in grade. I think he's a big chance in this.
Enough to put him on top?
Yeah, I'm going to put him on top. We'll put Diamond Soars on top. The downgrader to beat Modest Gentleman. Look, the good deal. This horse is 1 for 1 over the course and distance, and his last win was off 39. He's now rated 35, and Multimore from the inside draw. 1, 4, 5 and 6.
And Diamond Soars for Paul to make it a 4-time course and distance winner in the opening race. Up in grade and distance for the second on Wednesday night. It is a Class 4 over the 1,650 metres. D-Star is a 2-time course and distance winner. Volcanic Spark, first race night appearance at Happy Valley. He has had a trial at the circuit. Absolute Sunshine, blinkers off, tongue tie off, cheek pieces go back on. Running Boy is minus the tongue tie. Fruity Warrior is minus the blinkers. And Chung Fat has the pacifiers with cows replaced by the pacifiers. Cordyceps 1 wide draw, but he's hard to get past when he leads over the 1,650.
Yeah, Alice Wong aboard too, so he'll take the 10 pounds off. Excel Wongtroy led last start, but sort of faded out, so I think he'd rather take a sit. Brave Witness, Absolute Sunshine will need luck from his draw. Satanta up in trip, he'll be looking for a nice position, and Fruity Warrior back in trip should be on the rail there as well.
Volcanic Spark, our first replay, Paul. He comes across to Happy Valley out of some strong form races, beaten twice by California Totality, ran 3rd to Voyage Samurai 3 starts ago.
Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Look, he's trialled at Happy Valley, and he trialled really well. He sort of wasn't asked to do too much, but finished off the trial really nicely. So he got round the bends with no issues whatsoever. Look, the best part of this race was the last 50 metres. Now, this is 1,400 metres. He steps up to 1,650 here for the first time, and I just really like the way he finished off this race strongly. Looked like 1,650 at Happy Valley would be right down his alley, and I think he can be tough to beat here on his Happy Valley debut.
It's a good start for the replays around Volcanic Spark. Our second replay, we're going back 3 runs ago for Cordyceps 1, Paul, because his last 2 have been on the all-weather, where he's not as potent as what he is over the 1650. 4-time course and distance winner, as you said, gets the weight allowance, but he does have a wide draw.
He does, but with the 10-pound claim, I think the handlebars will be down from the early stages, and there is a bit of a big run to the first bend, so look, he's going to go in. I'm going to throw D-Star in as well. He's a well-rated horse now. His last one is of 59. He's at this 58 rating. He's got barrier 12, but he gets back anyway, so I don't think that's going to be an inconvenience to him. Disappointing
last start, but he was going better before that D-Star. Satanta, however, he was better last start. He ended up running 3rd from well back in the field. XL Wong Choi, this was his first go over 1650, and he fades down the home straight. Yeah, so look, he did run over 1650 at his last start, and this was this race here behind Turin Warrior. We'll see how this form comes out with Turin Warrior finally managing to get a win, but it was a nice, well-deserved. Look, he finishes off strongly again. He'll be getting back. He'll be running on. Will Satanta. He was right on the cusp for me, just didn't quite get it in there. He misses out, but Vesuvius comes to Happy Valley for race 2. Yep, the Pompey on top here, which is Volcanic Spark. He's on top to beat D-Star, Cordyceps 1. Now, the one I am going to put in front of Satanta was Fruity Warrior, just because he's going to get a really good run in the race from barrier number 1, and the blinkers will come off him. So 3, 1, 5 and 10. Harry Bentley to partner 1 for Ricky Ewan, win race number 2 for Paul in Volcanic Spark. We stay at 1650 for race number 3, but we drop back down to a Class 5. For this one, Yichong Warrior is a 3-time course and distance winner. Rattan World to this trip for the first time. Blinkers come off. Dragon Delight. He gets the 10-pound claim again this week as he had went 4th over the 1650 2 runs ago. Prestige Moochie, no blinkers. Mighty Star cops a whitish draw again. Eagle Run better last time, but it was on the all-weather. And Hang's Choice draws kindly in 2 out of an informed Chris So Stable. The Dragons here, Kingdom and Delight go forward, Paul. Yeah, look, Dragon Delight's got the 10-pound claim, and last time Alice rode this horse, he went straight to the front and ran quite a good race for 4th. Now, the other one, Dragon Kingdom's way up in trip, so he can lead over 1,000, 1,200. So he should have no problem leading here over 1650. Big 2 doesn't win out of turn, but he should get a nice run. And Prestige Moochie, another one way up in trip. I had to look twice at the distance here when I was doing these ones, because both Prestige Moochie, Dragon Kingdom up in trip. Eagle Run should get a nice run. One horse that knows the trip well is Big 2, Paul. He's racing very consistently over the 1650. Just can't get the win in this grade, but he has placed his last 4 occasions over this distance. Hugh Bowman gets a chance on him this week. Yeah, look, I've got him in on a minor line, and actually the Quinella horse here as well, because he's consistent on a place line. Look, he hasn't won in Class 5, as you mentioned, but he has won in Class 4, but he can't just seem to get that win in Class 5. So, look, he goes in, but just on a minor line. Continue on the placings for a Big 2 for Paul after our first replay. The second one, we're off to Sha Tin. Yichong Warrior is near enough to last. He's second last turning in. Dragon Delight 6th and Eagle Run. He's gone on to the all-weather following this race, Paul, and improved and run second. Yeah, and he gets the 5 pounds off his back with Angus aboard, so he comes in with a really light racing weight in this race. This is 1,400 metres. You can see him running on, so the 1650 should be no problems for him, and did run over that distance on the all-weather. So I like him. I also like Yichong Warrior, but the problem with him, with Yichong Warrior, is he's drawn 12 with a big weight, but both these two go in for me. And they are in the 1 horse, and also, what number is the Eagle Run? He's right down towards the bottom. 11. He's 11. Thank you very much. Legs 11 for Eagle Run. Rattan World, Paul, is a horse that is having his first go over the 1650. His racing style always looks like the extra distance was going to be a bonus for him. His starts have got better too. They have, haven't they? He's drawn barrier 11 though, so I think he'll go back. Look, I've been with him a few times, and he sort of catches your eye every time he runs on here. So as you say, the 1650 should be beneficial. The blinkers come off him as well.
Look, I think he's had his chance, but the extra distance might help.
That's the replays for race number 3. Can Eagle Run do the Daddy Cool and do the Eagle Rock?
I think he can. I'm going to put him on top here, Eagle Run, with that light racing weight. A big 2 for another placing, Yi Chong Wari. And I'm going to put Dragon Delight in because he did run well off a apprentice allowance from the front last time they teamed up. 11.516.
Angus Chung, 1 win away from graduating out of apprentice school. Can do it for Paul with Eagle Run in race number 3. The St Cloud Handicap is race number 4 and it's over the 1200 metres. Mega Bonus is on the class drop. Double Bingo is up 2 pounds in weight for his fast finishing second on debut. First starters Embraces and Flying Rote. Super 60 hasn't raced since December. The Azure has his first start. Hoss has the blinkers going back on and off a 7-day backup. Super Eagle not as potent at his last 2. Country Dancer draws out in barrier number 12 after running 4th behind California Touch last time. There's a bit of speed in this race, Paul.
There is definitely, and California only is sort of a one-dimensional horse. He has to lead. The Azure and Flying Rote are the 2 first starters, and they're both showing a bit of speed in all the trials. Mega Bonus is drawn wide. He likes to go forward. He'll get across, but I think he might have to work. Speedy Chariot should get a nice run. Super Eagle, Super 60 won't be too far away. And Double Bingo might be a place closer than he was last time, whereas Country Dancer will be back from a wide draw.
Speaking of Country Dance, we're off to Bill's Country Bunker now. It was in the Blues Brothers, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, so Country Dancer, they play both sort of songs there, country and western, but can this horse win?
Look, I've got him in, this horse, but I think he had a really good opportunity to win in this race here. He was given a perfect ride here from Zach Purdon, and look, he just failed to finish off, I thought. I mean, Kaying Chair is going to go round in a later race and be one of the favourites in that. I'm going to include him, definitely, but barrier 12 just makes it a little bit tougher, I think, for him.
It was Bob's Country Bunker.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Bill's. Bob, Bill. Anyway, that's Country Dancer. We'll move back to Happy Valley now for race number 4. You're our resident bingo expert, as we quite often hear when you give in the toad updates. Is Double Bingo in?
Cup of tea, number 3, Double Bingo. Yeah, he goes in for me. You can see him finishing off really strong here. Now, he was an absolute massive price. He was 78 to 1 on this race. And you can see him, he gave the E-Horse, E-Talent, a real strong fight here, actually, E-Universe it was. And you can see him finishing off really strongly, and I think he gave Lyle a bit of a fright there, didn't he?
I think he did. The fact that Lyle went on pulling up would suggest he got the fright of his life. First starters, we can get a gauge on these, Paul, because they've trialled against each other recently at Happy Valley. Flying Rote, Embraces has had 5, Flying Rote's had 3 trials, and the Azure has had 5.
Yeah, it was good of the connections to put them all together, wasn't it? Makes it a little bit easy for us. I'm going to put Flying Rote in. I've liked his trials, and he's got a bit of on pace here. The Azure, look, you could just see he was pushed a little bit. And the other one, Embraces, wasn't moved. They didn't move much on him either, so it wasn't a bad trial from him. But I just like the way that Flying Rote was pushed out and did go nicely.
He's the best of the first starters. And we're going to look at the track work of Mega Bonus because he does race well in this grade. In fact, he's a last start winner in this grade, and he's not in your selections, is he?
Look, I just wonder about the wide draw for him with Anton Hamlin aboard. When he has led his races, he's got to the lead easy enough, and it just worries me if he won't be able to do that in this.
You don't want to do the facial? All right, here is the selections for Paul in the 4th.
Yeah, going to go with the Bingo horse, Double Bingo on top here. So he's on top to beat Flying Rote. Look, Speedy Chariot will be a big price, but he should get the perfect run just in behind, and Country Dancer from the back. 3, 5, 11 and 12.
Paul yelling bingo in the 4th. Double Bingo, race 4, number 3. Race number 5, preview time now, and this race is over the 1200 metres. It is the French May Trophy. It's a Class 4 event, and You're My Everything draws wide, gets a £5 claim, but is a 3-time course and distance winner. Lyrical Motion hasn't missed a top 4 finish all season. Clear Courage on debut, as is Sweet Smile, and they've both had 4 trials. We've got Shinkansen who's been back to the trial since getting fractious in the gates last time. Beauty Destiny appears. Cheek pieces off, Hood and Pacifiers go on, and Maximise Heart drops back from the 1400 to the 1200 metres. Diamond Flare leads here, Paul, over Golden Link and Lyrical Motion.
Yeah, he likes to lead Diamond Flare, barrier number 3 as well, so he should get to the front with no issues. Golden Link was right on the pace when he won last start, and Lyrical Motion with a £10 claim from barrier 1, he can be positive. Clear Courage is one of the first starters, he's £1,201. He's drawn 2, but he was slightly slow away at his last trial.
We start with Tatnam, whose form is a little up and down. He's back on your speed map. He's back in this replay, but he does make plenty of ground to run fourth behind a very informed co-partner Prance.
Yes, he does, and it was a good run from him as well. Now, they were kicking it up a little bit here, and when he did win his track, win his race, it was on a yielding track, so he does like a little bit of sting out. We'll keep an eye on the weather. I think it should be okay for Wednesday, but from barrier 10, I think he's going to have to get back and run on. But look, I've included him on a minor line.
On to Easy Snip now, Paul. He runs fifth in this race, but he actually had an excuse. He got the tongue over the bit. He ran second behind the informed Sports Legend 2 starts ago. Interesting, he did get the tongue over the bit. No tongue-tie edition this week.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a concern there. Look, he was favourite here. Was backed into a 3.9 favourite. Jerry sticks with him, barrier number 5 for him. Look, he did run on a bit, as you say, and did have that little excuse. But look, I'm just happy to watch him after that little incident.
We've seen Double Bingo and Tactical Command already in the replays they run in earlier races. Now, Lyrical Motion straight into the replays after what he's done this season. He has been ultra consistent. Poor old Mr. Fox, what he's done so far this season, Paul, he'd struggle to outrun the hounds, that Fox.
He definitely has, hasn't he? But you can see him finishing off really nicely here, Lyrical Motion. Now, he's got the £10 claim, so he's going to be a lot closer in the run as well. He's got barrier number 1. So he's got an apprentice instead of a senior rider. He did have Hugh Bowman here riding in this race. But look, he finished off strongly to the line. Well, a little bit closer to the pace, I think he can run well.
Shinkansen's been up to Chungfa since that barrier mishap. He's trialled up there. It was over the 1,000 metres on a overcast morning, just outside 60 seconds for the 1,000, but he did it very well. It
was a nice trial for him for sure. As you say, he did have that mishap, so we haven't seen him since February. The trial was good. I'm going to include him, but not on a win line. He's only just won the 1 from his 11 starts.
And there he is cruising down to the line for the informed Douglas White stable, who rarely misses a win on a Wednesday night at Happy Valley over the last few months, that is for sure. Side Hero's the horse that runs second to him in that trial up at Chungfa. Lyrical Motion?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Lyrical Motion. Barrier number 1, £10 claim. Should sit just behind the lead. Tatnam in there for second. Shinkansen we've talked about. Now, You're My Everything, we haven't talked about him. His last win was off 77. He's rated 58, and he's a 3-time course and distance winner. Now, he's really well rated. It's just, he just at this stage of his career looks like he wants a bit further, but he'll be finishing off strongly, and he's more than capable. 3-11, 9 and 1.
There it is, the preview for race number 5, the first leg of Wednesday night's Triple Trio. 1650 metre race is race number 6. It is a Class 4 with a Polar Fighter on the class drop. Kiama has a tongue tie going on for the first time. We've got Gallant Crown, a 5-time course and distance winner. Packing Wisher was scratched on the 31st of March due to inappetence, and the blinkers off on the back of a Chungfa third. We've got Harry's Hero with the crossover noseband removed. Joyful Prosperity cheek pieces again. And To Infinity is a 3-time course and distance winner. Gallant Crown, Paul leads over a Polar Fighter and Kiama, so the top 2 in the book just off the pace.
Yeah, look, Kiama does come with a little bit of a health warning because he can be slow away from the start, so he just needs a bit of luck there. Barrier number 2, or needs to jump better, I should say. I thought Packing Wisher can get himself into a really good spot. Joyful Prosperity. Now, Casa Papa's a long-standing maiden, but will get his chance once again. Harry's Hero's been racing well, and Northern Beast, the last start winner in Class 5.
Nick is here first of all, though, to chat with the trainer of Jumbo Legend. It's Casper Fownes.
Casper Fownes, Jumbo Legend, a runner for you on Wednesday night's programme. Good run to finish off strong last time out, though perhaps a bit more luck needed again from a wide gate.
Yeah, look, we certainly dealt a bit of a blow again from a wide gate, but horse is in great condition. And if he maps right and gets in the right spot, you know, hopefully he can go one better and get the job done. He's been unlucky, I'd say, his last 2 starts, really.
I know his wins have come over 12, but do you think now he's probably found his right trip? I mean, he's run some good races over the extended mile.
Yeah, definitely. That's his trip now. A mile, he's gets in a good rhythm, and he can close off strong.
Last time out, of course, obviously, he once again had that wide draw. Obviously, turned in wide. Winners probably got first run, but the way your guys finished off, it'd certainly be value for more this time, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I would say so, mate. Like I said, he's in great form, and hopefully we just have some luck in running and can get on something's back that brings us into the race at the right time, and he closes off strong.
He's one off a pound higher as well, Casper, so I guess he's off the right sort of mark here to land another win.
Yeah, look, he's had his operation on his throat and he's come back, so, you know, it's like anything. You're just hopeful that you can keep their form, and we're here to win races, so, you know, we hope we can get the result for the owners.
Indeed, and win races on the weekend. I must just ask you about Karma. That was a nice one. I mean, there weren't many closing off from off the pace, but he did that impressively.
He did, yeah, it was a good effort. We've always had a high opinion of the horse. I still feel he can run further, so, you know, we'll just give him a chance and build him up into hopefully getting into Class 2 would be nice.
Casper there talking Jumbo Legend and Karma also. We're going to talk about, Paul, this replay which features Winning 7, who does run into traffic late, but he was beaten a bit of a distance. Harry's Hero covered ground, and well, Joyful Prosperity is always running on. He is overdue to win one. Yeah,
so he's the one I've got in of these horses. You can see him finishing off strongly enough once again here. He's got, as you say, he's very consistent, this horse. He's drawn barrier number 1. Cheek Pieces will go back on him, so he's got every opportunity. I haven't got him on a win line because, look, I thought he did make up ground here, but I do prefer him on a place line in this.
It's usually good for the place punters is Joyful Prosperity. Next replay is Class 5, Northern Beast, who was almost a rating certainty in this race, wasn't he, Paula? And duly delivered. You were able to lift him over the last 100 metres. Back up in grade for this.
Yeah, back up in grade with a wide draw, but it gets back anyway. You know, he gets 120 pounds, which is a good thing for him because he had to carry 135 here and did it quite bravely under the big weight. Look, he didn't win by a big margin, but he did what he had to do. Back up in this grade, I've included him, but again on a minor line.
Off to the trials. We haven't seen Fighting Machine for quite some time. In fact, his last run was on the 13th of January when 10th behind Volcanic Spark. Pulled up with an abnormal heart rate. He's been given 4 trials. Now, out of this trial, we've seen California Spangle Group 1 place, Top Gun Win, Golden 60 Group 1 4th. And that is him down on the inside. However, he does draw wide.
He does. Look, it took him 3 runs to win a race here in Hong Kong. So, look, just with that fresh record and the wide draw, I was happy just to watch him here on his return.
There's the other trials. He's run 3rd, a 3rd and also a 5th. This horse, Packing Wishy, you're going to make a case for him on this trial. We haven't seen him race since the 27th of March when 6th behind Snowlight. That was his first look at Happy Valley and first look over the 1650.
And his best run here in Hong Kong. He ran 6th. Prior to that, he'd run towards the back over a lot shorter distance. This horse is by So You Think. So the further, the better for him. This was a shorter trial. You can see him stayed. I thought he stayed on quite nicely here. He was really asked to have a decent trial and did do it nicely. So a nice trial, I thought, from him leading into this. This is a wide open race, and I thought he'd be 20 to 1 plus. So I'm happy to take a chance with him at a big price. I know you don't like him.
Nope. You're wishing upon a packer, though.
I am definitely here. So let's see if he can do it. He can do it at a big price. He's on top now. Casapapa, he'll probably start towards favourite, but he's still a long-standing maiden here from his 18 starts. Joyful Prosperity and Northern Beast. 7, 6, 10 and 9.
Having said that, he's the expert. I'm only the talking head for the race by race preview. So Packing Wish is probably a moral in race number 6 for Paul. For the trophy race number 7, the Friends Gallop Cup, it is. It's a Class 3 and we've got celestial colours with the blinkers off and the visor going on. Beauty Infinity has placed his last 3 in Class 3. Happy United up in trip, 7-day backup. Never Too Soon had some wounds to his hind legs after being injured on transport to Happy Valley on the 27th of March. Co-partner Prance aims for the hat-trick. Conti has the blinkers off. Fashion Legend has the blinkers on. And down the bottom, Kaying Chia comes back up in grade after running second behind California Touch last time, Paul, and he leads Kaying Chia.
Yeah, he should lead. I think he likes to go forward. Beauty Infinity can get that nice spot behind him. Co-partner Prance won't be too far away. Celestial Colours might have to work from his wide draw. Magic Phoenix, another one that does like to go forward, will be looking for a bit of cover. Happy United, Fashion Legend coming back to Happy Valley with blinkers on for the first time, and the other four get back.
Andrea Rezzani is our first up interview. Nick speaking to him about Kaying Chia.
Andrea, Kaying Chia, one of your rides coming up on Wednesday night, race 7. He's got a very light weight. I know you've only ridden him just the once, but he was pretty good in his comeback last time.
Yeah, for sure. I rode him sort of back in last year, and he actually ran quite well in a decent race. And his first run back this season, it was a good comeback run. He finished off quite strongly. He's obviously up in grade, but he's got a light weight, and on the back of his last run, he should be very competitive. Hopefully, it would improve a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was his first run around here. Seems to obviously handle the track well. I mean, he's come up against one who was probably a bit of a blot on the handicap in California Touch. So plenty of positives to take out of his first run at the City Circuit.
Yeah, exactly. He travelled quite strongly, and he finished off quite nicely. So, you know, it's got a bit of a course and distance form, and like I said, hopefully that comeback run would just bring him on a little bit. And off a lightweight, I know it's up in grade. He should be competitive.
We're on the A course, gate number 8. I guess that's probably fairer than being on a course with sort of, you know, not as wide sort of circumference on the track. Where do you see yourself getting from 8, perhaps?
Well, I'll have to speak to Pierre, see what he wants me to do. When I rode him here, sort of back in last season, I was quite forward. Obviously, we'll have to see what pace is going to be in the race. And like A draw is never a great draw, especially around there. But we're on the A course, fresher ground, and we'll see how the night goes. Obviously, in the early races where the winners are coming from.
Yeah, he looks at a decent chance. Just reflecting on the weekend, you had rides in all 3 of the Group 1s. Lucky with you, Taj Dragon, Nimble Nimbus. They all sort of ran midfield sort of positions. Were you pleased enough with their performances?
I was very happy with them. I thought Lucky with you ran a great race. We didn't have the best draws, but we managed to get a good pitch, and he finished 6th. He picked up some prize money on ground he doesn't like. I'd say if the ground would have been a bit quicker, he could have run a bit closer, but I thought it was a good run. I thought Taj Dragon ran very well. He travelled strongly. You know, the winner was probably got the run of the race. You know, obviously a prelim ride, but can't take anything away from him. But I thought Taj ran a very solid race, finishing 6th. He's another horse that probably appreciates better ground. And Nimbles, we had a bad draw. We trying to go forward from that gate because we didn't want to be stuck wide, and it just didn't work. It's a horse that needs to be ridden a bit more quieter, but I'm sure Levy's there again.
Finished the honour high as well, so the winners keep flying.
Yeah, no, it's good to get a winner in the last race, and yeah, so if we could keep tipping away, and we've still got 2.5 months until the end of the season, and it's gone well enough, so let's keep kicking.
He's had a good time, has Andre Rezzani, right throughout this current season in Hong Kong. On to Beauty Infinity, Paul. Now, he's getting tricky to have on a win line in this grade. His victory was in Class 4, but he's still been very consistent around the minor money. Yeah,
you can't leave him out. He's definitely going to run a race for you. But as you say, the last 3 starts, he's been beaten favourite all 3. I mean, he's been in his last 5 starts, he's been beaten favourite 4 of those 5, but he's run placings in all the other ones. So, look, I expect him to run his race once again. He's drawn nicely in barrier 1. He'll get his opportunity. But, yeah, just worry about him on a win line.
On a line for him. Co-partner Prance, though, he is flying. He comes into this grade for the first time. He's had 3 starts at Happy Valley for 2 wins and a placing. The placing behind Gallant Vella. That was back in December last year. The wins have been impressive in March and April.
Yeah, and this was with a big weight. He had to carry 135 here. I thought he was very brave. And he finished off this race really strongly. He drops to 122. He's drawn nicely barrier 6. He can put himself in the race. And it's quite telling that Zach Purden rode this horse and Beauty Infinity, and he's sticking with this one, unless it was a prior booking, of course, which we're not privy to in that.
No, we don't know. If it's not, it's a good yardstick, though, for this particular race. Now, Celestial Colours and California Sybil, both all start with C, and both have drawn wide. So they're getting the big N next time.
Yeah, definitely. Well, look, I like California, Celestial Colours, I should say, as a horse. And I do like California Sybil, but on this he would have to improve. Celestial Colours just worries me from barrier 10. The blinkers off, the visor on. Wide draw, big weight. That was just a concern with him.
The big C, caution.
Oh, okay, as long as we know what that means.
couldn't think of anything else that started with C the first time around. That's
yeah, I was wondering where you were going with it.
Yeah, right. Selections.
Going to go the 6, co-partner Prance on top here. I think he can make it the hat-trick. So he's on top. Kaying Chair, we heard from Andrea there. He'll be right in the front, Beauty Infinity. Now, one, it should be a big price, is Fashion Legend. I'm going to put him in because he's drawn nicely in 3. Blinkers on for the first time. I think he can improve with that gear change. 6, 11, 3, 8.
It is co-partner Prance for Paul to make it 3 in a row in race number 7. Race number 8, another Class 3 race here. Good field upcoming for this one. It's over the 1650. Galaxy Witness is on the class drop. Yellowfin runs for his first time over the 1650 on turf, but he has one on the distance on the all-weather. Simply Maverick is a 3-time course and distance winner. Fallon, Happy Valley debut. Ivy League goes up £5 for his last start win. Red Majesty's a 9-time course and distance winner, and only you stepping up from the 1400 to the 1650. Where does Simply Maverick land in the run here, Paul?
Well, he should be able to slot in there midfield. He's been caught wide in the last couple of starts, but I think he can slot in there. Galaxy Witness is down in grade. Winning Dragon can go forward. Ivy League might just have to work from barrier number 10. He drew 3 last time when winning. Yellowfin can go straight to the front and dictate. Red Majesty, we know he's a front runner as well. Romantic Lowell might be a bit closer from barrier 1.
First of all, though, Nick is going to rejoin us now to talk to Francis Loy, the trainer, the fish, Yellowfin.
Francis Loy, Wednesday night, we're off to Happy Valley as per usual. You've got Yellowfin lining up in race number 8. Getting back to the turf, Francis, tell me how you came to that decision.
His form is good, but last 2 times we run him 1650 on the dirt. He seems can't finish last 100 yards, so maybe we try grass, see how we go. And Happy Valley is short, straight.
He has run well around here, but obviously he's never run over this course and distance. I guess you've got no issue with the trip. His performances around here have been pretty good, though, haven't they?
Yeah, he's been run on Happy Valley. Of course, at that time he's not ready yet, but this time we try. Maybe I think he can handle, no problem.
He races close to the pace. You've got gate number 4 on the A course, so he's pretty well drawn as well.
Yeah. I think the draw also can help him. He's even pace horse. Once he travel himself comfortable, I think he can do something.
I know it's always hard to compare the all-weather form and the turf, but some of his all-weather form is pretty good, isn't it? So I guess coming back to the turf, you can certainly be pretty confident that he can run well.
Yeah, sometimes the dirt, all depends on the pacing. Sometimes if you use him much at the earlier part, you can't finish. But grass, maybe he can travel comfortable.
That's Francis talking at Yellowfin. This is Ivy League winning, Paul, under some duress for Keegan DeMello last time. So he's done a good job to get this horse home, because you'll see the saddle wanting to shift and the horse running in badly. Simply Maverick followed him. He missed winning by a nose, but you could take nothing away from the winner with what went wrong.
Yeah, he did. You could see him trying to balance him up here, but he was all over the place, wasn't he? And did impede a couple of horses on the inside, but once he got sort of balanced, he finished off nicely. The thing that worries me a little bit about Ivy League, this is a second win in 20 starts. He doesn't put them together.
All right, so caution around him. What about this one down in class? Glorious Journey winning last time, so he's back up in grade this week. He's pretty wide around the last turn. He has been decent odds, though. He went off at 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 41 to 1, and won this at 37 to 1.
Carrying 135, he carries 121. I don't think this is a fluke. I think this horse has just taken a little while to acclimatise. This was only his 4th start. Can he come back up and win straight away, back up in Class 3? That's the question. I'm not so sure, but I've included him on a minor line. I think he can still run well.
He's kept safe, is Glorious Journey. What about Fallon? Really arrived on the scene just prior to the 4-year-old series and then didn't figure in the 4-year-old series. Disappointed at Sha Tin since. And this is his trial recently at Happy Valley ahead of his debut on race night. 1700
metre trial. He drops back. He had a 1650. Look, he stayed on nice enough. He seemed to handle the track with no issues. He was touted as a Derby prospect at one stage for his career. I think he was quite well short in the Classic Mile, one of the favourites actually, when he was there as well, single figures. So I think he's a horse that is a chance. I'm going to put him in on a minor line.
That was the Derby winner in that trial too, Massive Sovereign. He's not in the race, Massive Sovereign. Fallon he's in, and who else?
I think Simply Maverick can win this race, so he's on top the 4. To beat Yellowfin from the front, he's got a really good record here at Happy Valley without winning. 7 starts for 6 placings, never finished further back than a 4th. Glorious Journey and Fallon, 4, 3, 7 and 5.
It's the big unit for Paul. Simply Maverick, race 8, number 4 to win. We wrap things up with race number 9, a Class 3 race, and we run it over the 1,200 metres with an informed, colourful Emperor at the top of the book. Kaholo Angel carries an extra £6 after that huge win last time, but he's drawn wide again. Armour Eagle ran 4th behind Sports Legend, had every chance in that race. Happy Trios had a trial and ran 2nd behind Stoltz up at Chungfa. Lightning Bolt raced wide on the all-weather last time. Fortune Whiskey has the tongue tie off and My Flying Angel has the cheek pieces off, replaced by the visor. California Touch and My Flying Angel, who gave a big side in front last time, Paul, for a long way.
He did. He's back in trip now, but I think he'll go forward from his draw. California Touch led all the way last time, so there's no reason why they won't try that again. Colourful Emperor, he won't be too far away. He likes to go forward. Happy Trio. Kaholo Angel was wide last time when winning. He may be wide again. Solar Partner, he just struggles in this grade a little bit, and Armour Eagle's drawn nicely in Barrier 1. Floof, I don't think his run was too bad last time, but he's likely to go back.
We'll have more from Paul shortly. Matthew Chadwick joins us first with Nick talking the win of California Touch.
Matthew Chadwick, California Touch, one of your rides on Wednesday night in the last race. Good win last time, went forward and never headed. It was a smart win in the end.
Yeah, he jumped really smartly, really well. He took up the lead. It wasn't initially the plan, but he just jumped there and he was happy. So he's got a nice, lovely long action, so we just used it and he managed to stay on.
I guess you can use a lovely draw to your advantage as well. This time in, he had 1 last time. You're 1 further out, but 2's probably equally as good, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't complain with the draw. He can be a bit up and down in the gate, so hopefully he does jump smartly again and he can find himself where he's happy and keep rolling.
He's going up in grade, obviously never easy, I know, but he's off a mark of 64, was placed off 65, so that would fill you with a bit of confidence, perhaps, that he can measure up?
Yeah, look, his first couple of runs were okay. He ran close up for 2nd up, I think, for Vincent, and he's always shown he's got some ability, so we're not too worried about the class, and if he can come on from his last race, he should be in for a showing.
Yeah, he certainly does look a strong chance. I went back through your record, these last 3 Happy Valley meetings, I think you've booted home winners at all 3 of them, so things are going well around the tight turns.
Yeah, look, it seems to be changing a bit, hopefully a bit more for the better. It's a more upward spiral from now on. It's been a bit slow this season, a bit of a bumpy road, so hopefully it's a bit smoother and it keeps going high.
Matthew Chadwick talking California Touch. Paul, we're going to talk this win of Kaholo Angel last time. This was absolutely enormous. It was 1,200 metres. He was off the track. Yes, he had a £10 claim. Active Faith didn't show his usual zip up the rail because he had the perfect run behind the leader.
Yeah, so he was a little bit disappointing, wasn't he? But to Kaholo Angel, he's up in weight. He's drawn barrier 11, so he's going to get a similar run, I think. I think he's just going to be wide, and it's whether he can do it with he carried 114 here. He's going to have to carry 120, but it's still a reasonable weight to carry.
It is, and that's Kaholo Angel. Now we move on to our next replay, which features Armour Eagle, who has raced well. Course and distance being a 3-time winner. Colourful Emperor stalks the speed, and poor old Solar Partner, he can just not get it in Class 3.
No, he runs 5th and 6th, doesn't he? So I think he'll probably run similar in this race. I like the run of Colourful Angel, Colourful Emperor. He finished off strongly, and Armour Eagle. I thought both these 2 runs were pretty good. So I'm going to include both these 2 horses. That neither of them were a match for the winner there, who is winning them in a row at the moment.
His Sports Legend is flying the winner of that race. You've been desperate to get to My Flying Angel. Here he is. He looked the winner for so long in this race. You would have been out of your seat cheering him home, and he just got swamped. Do you go again?
Yeah, I'm going to go again. I mean, I made him the long shot here over the 1400. He ran a little bit faster than standard for the first couple of sectionals as well. Here I thought, each way for a long shot, you're going to run in the first 3, surely. But no, just wait. He runs 4th. But look, coming to Happy Valley with not so long a straight, I think he'll get his opportunity. So we'll go again.
He's beaten Home Karma by about 4 lengths in that race.
Yeah. Karma, and look, the form looks quite good now, so I'm going to go with him. He comes in at the bottom of the weights here, which is the 11, My Flying Angel. Armour Eagle, I've liked his runs with Colourful Emperor. I'm going to put Floof in. He should be a reasonable price as well. So all 4 should be decent prices here. 11, 4, 1 and 10 in the last.
And there it is. That is the race by race preview. All done for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. 9 races. We're on the A course and the first gets underway at 6:40 Hong Kong time.